And we are live here for the next quarterfinal against Sporting and Tridents. This is a really, really big game to see who's going to be moving on to that semi-final spot. Already we saw the Meerkats head on through, and first possession going to Sporting. Sporting have a super fast style. They are a bit smaller than this Trident side, so look for them to use their speed along the edges and driving towards those posts. Using the right-hand side here. Alberto. David Dobos is the Hungarian international. Beautiful shot there, but coming off the woodwork and cleaned up here by Dill Hayes. You got the split halt here on the left-hand side. Dill Hayes on the left-hand side. You've got Ethan McLeod in the middle. He's sitting top middle at the moment. No options on the right-hand side. You've got Matt Orr on the right-hand post. He's driving towards the middle now. Cole to Orr. Getting a man-up situation here. Fresh 20 on the clock. Ethan McLeod. Moving the ball nicely here. Finn. Spittle takes a shot and hits the crossbar. Another fresh 20 here. Cole, McLeod, Hayes, Finn, big box. Hayes, McLeod with the shooting lane. He shoots and he scores the number 14 here for the Tridents. And that is Ethan McLeod, the number 14, making sure that he gets onto the score sheets there. And that was a beautiful showcase of using that fresh 20 on the clock, not panicking, looking for the shooting lanes and working the ball through the air, not letting it touch the water. We know that the Sporting side can come back. We've seen them do it plenty before, so look for them. Looking for them to get back into this one. But a great steal there by Finn. In the commentary booth with me, we have Nicola McLeod. What are your thoughts on this game?
Well, to be honest, I just arrived, but from what I've seen, it's a nice competitive game there. Loved the steal from Finn. He just flicked it straight over the guy's head. But here we are, one extra for Tridents. Nice and composed. You can even hear Sia just asking, just relax.
Shot clock runs out there and they dump it off. So that number one, or that goal there that you see there, was by your brother. Your brother's been obviously improving throughout his water polo career. Last year playing for the under-19 Gauteng side here, and this time he's in those Trident caps.
Yeah, I watched him play yesterday. He's got quite a balk on him. I said they were playing, I think, Pretoria. That goalkeeper was about to fly. He was flapping so hard. So let's see if he can do that again. Oh, Blaine just going over the head. I think he's frustrated with himself. Knew he was just a little bit too heavy on that. Sporting now up with one extra.
Sporting, as I mentioned earlier, they're a fast team, smaller team. Big option here on the left-hand side of the pool. Big box, and he gets it in. And that is the number 12 there. It's Alberto Dunia, making sure that he sinks that into the back of the net. All even here, 1-1. And your thoughts on the Sporting side? Have you watched any of their games over this tournament?
I have, and quite a change of pace. I think we saw the two Portuguese sides come last year, and they were a lot more physical and aggressive. And these guys are a lot more composed. Top shooters. I've seen them just be really composed and top ins, let me tell you. Like really, really accurate, especially from their number 8, their Hungarian. Yeah, shooting really, really nicely. That's what I've seen from them so far. And also, like you said, really able to come back, really composed. They go down and it's fine. They've come back to win games from being 7 goals down. So really nice, this tournament.
Yeah, and David Dobos is the one she's talking about, the number 8. He's a Hungarian export, and what a shot there. But Finn, unable to sink that. In his first game of this tournament, he got 7 goals with a 70% conversion rate. So look for that man to be sniping in this game. But you've got to sink those. Another empty possession here for the Tridents. They cannot afford that against a Sporting side that is super fit.
No, correct. I think this Trident side is fitter than they have been, but definitely not fit by any means. Really good marking from Ethan, just tipping it, and a nice crash from Justin Philp. Really good teamwork from them. That's what we're going to need to see from them today. Like you said, if they are doing silly stuff like we've just seen, they're going to swim a gala and they will lose. They're not going to win that gala.
I have to agree with you. Mikasa, our official game ball here at the Gauteng Invitational, proudly brought to you by ItsHappening.Africa.
Sporting have 1 extra here. Sia asking for a jump all the way to the side. And again, like I told you, pinpoint shooting.
And that's the number 9, Thomas Gomes. Beautiful goal there from the number 9 of Sporting.
A little bit of frustration from Tridents. You can hear both Matt and Ethan shouting for that cover. Sporting doing really nicely to just make sure they convert that extra man opportunity.
I feel like the Tridents just need to slow it down a little bit. As you say, they're making silly errors. Can't afford that. You can't be swimming a gala against the Sporting side. So they need to do exactly what they did with that first possession that they had where they scored that goal. They were cool, calm and collected, and they need to keep that ball off the water. Try to keep it in the air.
Completely. And see Chris really opening up there. Oh, unfortunate. He was looking for that pass into hole and just didn't have the legs to jump over that Portuguese player to pass it in.
Like that little analogy there, jump over the player. And that was Chris Albrecht there, the man in the number 12 cap, unable to get that little pop pass. And once again, we have Sporting here with possession. Look for them to be driving towards those posts. They like to do it a little late. Big work here by Finn in the hole there.
Oof, but he is a unit, hey? Wow, I've seen him do some great things down there. Chris just getting that exclusion, but Carl doing really nicely to come back and cover that. But they will now be man down. Portuguese with 1 extra. Let's see what they can do.
And Lorenko there working hard on that Finn. That is the number 10. And once again, Thomas Gomes, he sinks that into the back of the net. Beautifully done. He's got a 100% conversion rate. And I believe that is his second of this game.
Really, really pinpoint shooting. If you're going to catch the Tridents men sleeping, the Portuguese guys are going to do this all day. These guys just need to wake up a little bit, make sure they're covering their corners. Like you said, slow it down, and then we'll have a game on our hands.
And just looking here at some of the stats, Blaine already sitting on 2 kickouts. He's got 1 more strike and then he's out. So they're going to have to look after him for the rest of this game.
I agree. I think that Tridents they're fine with Finn at the back. You know, Finn is doing really nicely cleaning up there. Blaine can play on the outside. I love that from Chris. Little wraparound shot there.
And beautifully done. It was nicely set up. And the shooting lane opened up beautifully there. And Chris Albrecht with a little wrap shot there. And what a goal that was. They back into this 3-2 here in this quarterfinal. Remember, the Meerkats went through earlier on. An absolute demolishing there of the Rebels.
Yeah, you could hear after that goal, Portuguese coach not happy, shouting at them. Actually, I don't even know. Obviously, spending my time in Portugal, sometimes they're just having a standard, calm conversation, but they're very passionate people. So it sounded like he was, lovely stop by Matt there. Sounded like he was passionate, but who knows. Shot there again by Thomas. Little back shot, but easy save by Matt.
And yes, this Thomas Gomes, they're going to have to do some defensive efforts on him because they're leaving him open at the moment and he's getting those shots in. We've got Falpia, the number 5, with ball in hand. He moves it across. What a beautiful little pass, but the direction of that shot directly at the keeper. That's by Dill Hayes. Dill Hayes not happy with himself. A little bit of a shake of the head there.
I think you could see as he caught it, he just didn't have full control. I think he tried to release it just a little bit too early. It was a fantastic try, though. Happens to the best of us. Speaking from experience.
Alberto Jr. there with a beautiful little pass, but well read by the man in goals there.
Yeah, good flick also by Matt Bowers there. He's very fast.
Matt Bowers has been having a tremendous tournament here. Every game that I've commentated so far, he's defensively sound and he's been offensive, a thorn in the side for every team that he plays against.
Justin here. Oh! Don't think that was intended there, but just hit both Dill and the defensive player. Just clipping, lobbing the goalkeeper. That's unfortunate for Sporting, but love that for Tridents.
And even the keeper, he's got a big smile on his face there. He knows. It's like not too sure what happened there. Going to have to check the replay later on. But very, very lucky goal there. But let's not take it away from the Trident side. Still a really, really good side. And we hope to see a better mental effort as well as a team, getting that chemistry there. And they're looking really good. Number 2 there, Cole, putting pressure on the Sporting side. And once again, Sporting, beautiful shot there, but well covered.
Some really fantastic defense. Everyone just taking a moment to breathe before they start wrestling again.
David Dobosh, he's been creating offensive opportunities here. And I see Paul Gosh is in the pool now.
Yeah, just driving along that bottom line, they're looking for that cross pass, unaware that there were people behind him. If there was no one on that second post, then definitely that would have been on. Trident's now up on attack. Pass into hole, just a little bit too wide. Nothing there. Ref just showing not in his water. And Sporting will have the ball again. They're up on attack. You can hear Sia calling for a press. There's only 6 seconds left of the chukka. He's going to look for that foul. 1 second left. He's most definitely going to have the shot. And it just bounces wide.
And here you have it. It is 3-3. It is going to be a tight affair. I'm excited for this. I know Nicola's excited for this one. And we'll catch you in a bit. And we back here, the Tridents still having a big chat there at the moment. They got all the gears that they need right now. And if you are an international supporter and you're not too sure what gears means, it means spirit. And they are looking to get back into the lead here. Remember, they took an early lead here by Ethan McLeod, the number 14. They set up nicely. There were a whole bunch of fresh 20s there, and they looked cool and collected. And then all of a sudden, Sporting came out of nowhere as usual. Very far side, very clinical. And David Dabosh setting up a couple of goals there. And then, of course, Thomas Gomes, the man in the number 9 cap, doing an absolute phenomenal job shooting and scoring goals.
Yeah, both of his goals, carbon copies, bottom left corner, post and in. I love a good postie. If you've been listening to me commentate any of the ladies' games, you know I love a good postie. So hopefully he'll do some more, because I love to see them.
And then, of course, Alberto Jr., the number 12, also getting the other goal there. And once again, first possession here at the moment is with our Tridents. They are in the yellow caps on the right-hand side and then Sporting on the left-hand side of your screens. Big opportunity here for Hayes. Moving the ball nicely. Cole unaware, Dill unaware there. And a turnover ball. Sporting now with an opportunity.
Yeah, I think they just panicked a little bit. They had a lot open on the front line. Sporting just dropping down. That top line of Tridents, if you saw them, they were sitting in a very straight line, which is very easy to defend. They just needed to calm down. I think Dylan Hayes needs to pull out a little bit so that they had more of a triangle instead of a straight line.
And a beautifully done there, turnover ball. Trying to get something from nothing there is the number 6 from Sporting. That is Louis Abru. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that.
Yeah, Dylan Hayes doing really nicely to get in front there. And Louis just having to go over him to try and get the ball, which drew the reversal. Let's see if Tridents will be... Oh, Matthew Orr just trying to release that shot. A little bit too high, clipping the top of the goal. Just needs to crunch a little bit more, and it'll go post and in next time.
And I feel like they still had plenty of time there. Can't afford to do things like that. Need to work that ball a lot more around the hole. Make this Sporting side work a little bit more for their money.
Completely. We've said before, they're a very quick side, they're very fit. So if you're going to be, lovely little interception from Matthew Bowers, very aware, hard worker. But yeah, like we said, they just got to control the ball a little bit, otherwise they will get killed on the counter.
Matt Bowers slowly starting to build up that defensive repertoire here in this Gauteng Invitational, brought to you by ItsHappening.Africa. And on the ball now is Hayes. Not many options. Here goes Bowers now. He's looking for a drive towards the left post. Not much happening here. And time running out. He's going to have to shoot. He takes a shot and nothing of it.
Good block there by Diogo. I'm really aware that the shot's going to come. Dill was looking to offload. He did have someone on him, but there was no one else coming through. Sporting now has a 3-on-2. Trident's just unaware that that's happening. Oh, Lavalobski. Bork, making Matt commit to that first corner. Thiago Gomes just with that little Lobski. Finishing very classy, taking them up by 1.
And looking very comfortable there was Thiago Gomes, the number 3 there for Sporting. And it just looks like the momentum at the moment is sitting all on the Sporting side. I feel like this Trident side now need this possession to go their way and just stay cool, calm and collected in this possession as well.
Yeah, indeed. Tristan with a drive, trying to open up the hole. Dylan Cole there. He'll just get an ordinary foul. Tridents are sitting very close in. It's very easy for the Portuguese side to mark both them and the centre forwards. Dylan Cole just trying to get that rebound there, but giving away the foul instead.
And Sporting dropping a player back as Cole is cockroaching here. And a man-up situation for Sporting.
Interesting there. The initial movement was from Alberto on top of Chris. I think maybe ref allowed them both to just play a little bit. And with that, Louis sends it cross cage. Had 3 balks, even more. No one had pressed him. He's going to punish you every time. Got to make sure we're shutting the player down there.
100% there. That is the number 6, Louis Abresh, making sure that he puts that into the back of the net. And current score reading 5-3, 2-goal cushion at the moment for Sporting, and not what the doctor ordered for this Trident side. So having a big chat there with his team at the moment. Kia, movement that inspires. They sponsored all the cars here for our traveling teams. That is Kia, movement that inspires.
Yeah, Sia just saying we can't afford to be playing their mobile game. Just asking Tridents to slow down a little bit. Tristan Finn with a shot there, but lovely save by Alexandre. Now Sia just asking for them to just take a moment to catch their breath. Full 20, composure. But Blaine working nicely, drawing the exclusion there on Vasco. They will now play with 1 extra man. Moving the ball. Blano opening up on that post. Not wanting to give it though. Left-hand side is going to be opening up. Oh, could have finished that first time. Just took a second trying to go for the donut, but just sent it a little bit too high over the crossbar.
And Carl, as Nicola mentioned there, just struggling to gather that first-time pass there and unable to take that first-time shot. And opening up the doors here once again for Sporting. Beautiful little pass in the hole there. And what a save. Beautifully done. Ethan McLeod cleaning up there. But Matthew Smith making sure that he keeps his side in this one.
Yeah, that was fantastic work from him. I mean, have you seen his arms?
He's a long human being. I was actually even saying yesterday, I was like, if he opened up his arms, he'd literally just cover the width of the goals.
Yeah, he's a very difficult person to lob, and I think they were just trying to pip it over his head there, but easy finish. Oh, lovely finish by Jordan Cole. He looked so lax and in control. I love that. He just balked in, bottom left bounce. Love that.
And Jordan Cole there getting himself onto the score sheet. He'll be happy with that one. And 5-4 the score now. Still plenty of game time here, and an opportunity, of course, for both these sides to get into the semi-final. We saw the Meerkats, our Currie Cup champions. They went through after demolishing the Rebels.
Yeah, trust me, these games are so long. Sometimes you feel like the game is finished and you've only hit halfway. Lovely steal by Finn there. I was going to say lovely Finn by steal. Luckily, I caught myself. But yeah, really, you need to have composure, especially if you're not the fittest there. But both teams look like they have lots of fresh legs that can come off the bench, so they can afford to push a little bit harder.
Agreed. Nice big bench always helps a lot. Those rolling subs. Finn there getting caught. Ball in hand there, and once again Sporting here. They got options here on the right hand side, and it's none other than Thomas, the man in the number 9 cap, and then passing over to the number 6, Louis Abresh. Abresh has got options in the middle. Sending over to the left-hand side. A beautiful pass into the hole, but turnover.
Yeah, Finn doing some great work there. Big hands, not doing anything. And both players knew, I think, as the ball came, they knew it was going to be a reversal. I think just getting a little bit too physical was Diogo, pushing Finn to try and get that cross pass.
Yeah, Sia shouting there, use the full 30. I have to agree with him. Keep that ball in the air. Oh, not a great pass here at all by Carl. But Justin cleans up, putting his man under pressure though. Man up.
Yeah, man up there. Thomas just not really liking that call. I think as he came over, he just clipped his head, drawing the exclusion. Paul taking the ball in, looking for options along the bottom line.
Have it.
Saying 10. Oh, unfortunate. That was a very big shot there, just hitting the crossbar. I think like the whole goal moved backwards. That was so hard.
So we're going to talk about those conversion rates again. In the previous game, we saw that the Rebels were under 33% for the whole entire team in terms of conversions. And you don't want the similar thing here if you are a Trident supporter. You want your Tridents to have a fairly high, probably about 50% and above. Otherwise, you're going to struggle, especially against a side that's got the shooting efficiency as Sporting does.
Yeah, that's great. Defending there by Paul. Thiago just looking for that 6-meter shot, but Paul just having hands up, running him down, and foul happening after the 30 seconds. So Tridents will have the ball. Sia again calling for full 30. And now 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's see what he can do. Jordan Cole on the ball, onto Carl. Not really many options there. Manages to still get it into Finn somehow, but really deep drop. I think it would have been worth just to hold the ball on the outside. Tridents having like 3 center forwards and Portuguese have a very deep drop. I think Tridents need to start punishing from the outside if they hope to draw those Portuguese players out.
Yeah, I feel like they need to pull out some of their snipers, get them on the outside, and as you say, take those outside shots and make sure that you bury them with a higher conversion rate. Jordan Cole here putting pressure on the man in the number 6 cap. That is Abresh. He's already got a goal to his name. Beautiful little shot there, but easily met by Matt Smith, the long man. Not much happening here at the moment. 7 seconds. They're going to look for a big shot here. Not a great pass at all. Look for Sporting to shoot. Sporting shoots. And that is a wrap here for Chaka number 2. And don't go anywhere, guys. We will be back in just a bit. And we're back here for Chaka number 3, and I was just looking over at both sides at the moment. Sporting taking more of a relaxed approach, chatting, while the coach shouts out his instructions there, while you look over at the Trident side, they are huddled up and they really want this one. You can see the focus in their eyes, and Sporting more casual. They've obviously been in this position a fair amount in quarterfinals, semi-finals, as well as finals throughout their club career. While the Tridents, I think this is one of their first quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. I've only known Tridents when they've played 2 tournaments, the Invitational last year and I think Currie Cup the year before, neither of which times they made it through to the quarterfinals. So really great work from them. They've made a big push.
And Dean White doing a great job over there, making sure that he has a good water polo club coming through the systems, and as you mentioned, they have improved immensely. Last year they were basically just having a good time, good jaw, And if you're wondering what jawl is for our international teams, it's fun. Well, now they're here, competitive side, and they're looking to get themselves into that semi-final as we start Chaka number 3, and let's see who's going to take the first possession.
A big swim by Cam, but Alberto just pipping him in that swim. Sporting will have the first attack of the game. Really looking for options there. Tridents opting for the tight press. Lots of communication. Oh, lovely defense by Dylan. Thought he maybe went a little bit on his head, but I think Andre just needs to keep his head out the water. I've seen that a lot with the ladies. They're not getting anything because they are under the water. If their heads are up and actively working for the ball, they might get the calls that they want.
Yeah, 100% have to agree with you there, keeping your head up above the water for those calls. And let's see, Trident's moving the ball now. They've got options here on the left-hand side, but it looks like shot clock running out, have to shoot. An easy save there, not a hard one to read. Dil Hayes shooting there on the left-hand side. Big opportunity here for Sporting. Beautiful pass to the number 6, Abresh. And Albrecht having to do that 5 meter here for the Sporting side.
Yeah, no real other options there. Dil Hayes probably should have held it for a little bit longer to make sure the cover was there before he took that shot. But anyway, but big counter. Change of goalkeeper here. Tyron now in goals for Tridents. Change of goalkeeper on the other side as well. Oh, lovely finish there by Andre. Just bounce top right. I love it when it makes that swish sound in the back of the net. You guys can't hear it, but we can, and it's beautiful.
Nicola loving a lot of things here today. Swoosh sounds and wraparounds and all sorts, and lobskis and posties, and I feel like I'm at a weird restaurant. Right, and 6-4 the score now. If you're looking for water polo gear, make sure you head on over to Rebel Water Polo. You can grab all the gear there. That is Rebel Water Polo. Change the game. And a pass there on the right hand post, takes a shot there, but it is a no goal.
Yeah, I think whole Trident side just really upset that the ref didn't allow the advantage. I guess completely Vasco was on top of Matthew Orr there, but Trident's just hoping that he would have waited, a couple seconds just to see if Matthew could get the shot off. He still had ball in his hand. Anyway, now they... Oh!
Beautiful goal there by Dil Cole. That was an excellent book, getting the team to move, and that shooting lane opened up beautifully.
Bounce posty, those are my favorite kind.
Dessert, I'm assuming, dessert.
For sure, for sure. Trident's now bringing themselves within 1 goal. Let's see if Sporting can answer this. Really sitting nice and wide. Tridents again opting for that tight press. Dylan Hayes front marking at the back, really controlling there. Same thing with Ethan on the other side. They're working really nicely. Lovely steal. That is some fantastic defensive work by Tridents. Much better than I've seen in the past few games.
A bit of argy-bargy there between McLeod and the number 7 there from Sporting. That is Andrea Machado. Keelock here. Keelock looking for something. Keelock opening up a shooting angle here for himself. Tries the lob there. Not a bad idea, but the direction there not going his way. And once again, Sporting in possession here. Dangerous side to give the ball to. You've got to make sure that you sink those efforts. And just a normal foul there. Looking for the shot and no goal. Just double checking there. Had to look at the referee to see if that crossed the line. But well done there, making sure that he keeps the ball out there.
Good save by Tyron. He's really good on those close corners, looking to cover his team. We had a little ball side drive, so there was a 2-on-1 situation on this left-hand side. Tridents did well to cover that. Sia asking to look to cover as the clock grinds down. 3-2, but the interception happened anyway. But at least they've covered the counter. And Sporting will come up with just one extra man, but Dylan Cole trailing. So I'm sure that they will be 6-on-6 pretty soon.
There's options here on the far left-hand side for the Sporting side. No one in the hole just yet. Look for someone to drive there soon. And Abresh in the hole there. He's calling. He's like, why is no one past just yet? Shot clock running out. They're going to look to dump or take a shot. Shoots. But easy save there, covered by Tyron.
It almost looked like it tipped off of his fingertips. It was like such a soft save. But again, good defense by Tridents. Good attack by Sporting. Like you mentioned, I think it was unfortunate there that ball didn't come into Louis because he was wide open in the middle, and ball just went from the right-hand side to the left a little bit too early.
Movement here. Shot from Cole, hitting the upright. And they don't get that fresh 20. It's a nice clean up by Sporting. And once again, we have the Sporting side with possession. Still 6-5, 1 goal difference at the moment. And on the ball now, if you've just tuned in, is the team from Portugal, Sporting de Clube Portugal. And then on the left-hand side of your screen in the yellow caps are the Tridents.
Exclusion there drawn on Carl. Ooh, almost looked like a little bit of a two-hand situation, but it wasn't. And we've seen Tomas be so clinical with his shooting, but Tyron just covering that close corner this time. I think David from Hungary just asking them to slow down there, giving away their opportunities, and Sia calling a well-deserved timeout. Both teams looking very, very tired. They've gone, I think, this entire chaka without a goal. Has there been a goal this chaka?
1 goal.
1 goal this chaka only, and we're more than halfway through, so they will be tired.
Yeah, so only 1 goal this chaka. It's been a back and forth. Nicola likes to mention the gala. It looks like it's been a gala. It's just freestyle one way, freestyle the other way. But right now we got Sia here chatting to his Tridents, and then of course Sporting on our right hand side here. And that is Coach Consuelo. Just had to get the pronunciation of that name. Chatting to his team. As I pass the mic over to Nicola, she's got a mouthful of prego. Great timing. And let's see what the Tridents can do. I'd love to see if they can do the cross cage passing, pass over to the right hand side, make them work in the middle, and then Phelps maybe sending it over to, I think that is that Blaine? Yeah, Blaine on the left hand side for a shot maybe. Into the hole, beautifully done. And wins the 5. Cole doing exceptional work, but what a pass that was. I'm not too sure who sent that pass in there. I think it was Finn.
I think it was Finn. But everything about that attack was just phenomenal. From the drive, to the movement, to the vision, to the patience. Great team goal. And Tristan Finn now stepping up to take a penalty.
Great 5 meter, she means. She's still devouring the prego. What a goal there. Number 11, that is Tristan Finn. He gets back onto the score sheets. I would love to actually see, I must go check those stats later on, where he is in terms of the top goal scorers of this tournament, because he's got a bunch to his name at the moment. And then let's not forget Matt Bowers, the number 6. He's quietly doing his work, even though he hasn't been on the ball much. If you just watch him, then that's the number 6 for the Tridents. His defensive work is immaculate. He makes sure that those passes don't come through. Number 4 shooting there. That is Diego Santos, making sure that he gets his shot off. But again, conversion rates slowly dropping here for Sporting at the moment. They haven't got a goal this entire chaka. and it is 6-all at the moment. So far, momentum lying in the Trident side. Phelp just dropping that one. Tristan.
Yeah, like we've said, you know, the one thing that I've loved, and just a reversal drawn there by Jordan Cole, just pushing his defender back into the 2-meter. But like I said, one thing I've loved about watching Sporting is their clinical finishing. Everything has been spot on, and today they just haven't got that. I don't know if maybe it's just because it's day 4 or if it's still coming. We shall see. Big hands there by Dylan Cole, not giving away the foul. And Justin just giving away that foul there. And good pass there into the second centre. Alberto doing really nicely to draw the exclusion off of Matthew Bowers. And now timeout called by Coach Consualu. And we'll see what they can do and see if they can go one up.
And if you've just tuned in, you are watching a It's Happening production. In the bottom left-hand corner, you can scan that QR code. It will take you to the Gauteng Water Polo app. Download the app. You'll be able to see all your top goal scorers, the steals, the blocks, you name it, all on the Gauteng Water Polo app. So make sure you scan that QR code, bottom left-hand corner, and check that out. So Coach Consuelo chatting to his team here, and look for something impressive. These men and their set plays are quite a sight to see, so keep your eye on something fancy. What are your feelings on this one? She's got more prego in her mouth. I will get back to that one. And moving at you, they're looking for that left-hand side. Big balking here, takes a shot, but nothing of it. They got a fresh 20 to their names now. Tristan dropping off. Easy cover, and they back onto the score sheets there. That is the number 12. Alberto Jr., he gets his second. And that conversion rate is sitting at 33% at the moment. So definitely all these players, as you mentioned, Nicola, they've been so clinical with their shooting, but at the moment, I don't think any of their players are above 50%.
No, completely. I mean, you saw Tridents leaving Louis wide open there on that post, has 4 balks. You know, he's got a punish there. They got really lucky to get the ball back, and then Alberto just taking one for the team, making sure he finishes there. Tridents now up, not really having much up front, unsure what they're wanting to do from the outside. Jordan Cole trying to do that random little lob pass into Justin Phelp on the second post there, but Sporting reading that very well and just collecting it.
So just looking here, not one of their players except for Thiago Gomes, who's only had 1 shot, 1 goal, but everyone else is below that 50% mark at the moment. And here's a breakaway opportunity for the Tridents.
Yeah, it was a lovely little tip from Matthew Bowers. As the pass came, he just tipped it away. He went on the counter, but unfortunately I don't think that that Dylan had enough in the tank to go. And lovely work from Finn to draw that, and he will finish it.
And that is Tristan Finn, the number 11 for the Tridents. He gets his second of the game.
Yeah, Thiago very upset with his teammates there for not jumping on Tristan in the middle. But that's really fantastic work. You can hear Matthew Orr in the pool saying, "Well done, boys, let's keep it up." So let's see what they can do.
41 seconds left, and it's all tied up. 7-all at the moment. Nail biter here. And the crowd, you can see they are highly into this one. The crowd is growing around us as we speak.
Indeed, very exciting. Let's see. Oh, lovely steal from Matthew Bowers. You know, the only way I can describe him is slippery. Because I play for the Tridents ladies team, and we play with these guys a lot, and he just manages to slip out from under your hold all the time.
Glad you elaborated on that one. But Matt Bowers is tremendous at the moment. He's had such a great tournament. And honestly, at this point, he's been my man of the tournament. Just because he's worked on both sides, offensively and defensively. And just like that, that's the end of Chaka number 3. Next up, we got Chaka number 4, the all and important Chaka number 4. And we're back here. We're back here for the 4th. And some interesting things. Chris Albrecht is out of the game. He's had his 3rd strike. He's out. We have Andrea Machado. He's sitting on 2, so 1 more strike. He's out. Spirolt, if he gets 1 more, he's out. And he has an interesting fact. The man who opened the scoring has only had 1 shot. That was in the very first couple of seconds of this game. Ethan McLeod had 1 shot, 1 goal, and since then he has not had another shot on goal. So interesting little fact there for you. And here we are in Chaka number 4 with first possession sitting with Sporting at the moment.
And Dylan Hayes doing so well at the back there on both the doubles pulling and just as a primary centre back. Tridents really digging into this tight press. Ethan up on the counter, but not really much space. Calming down. Matthew Orr working hard there for the back shots. Oh, I knew it was coming, but just sitting a little bit too wide. So going wide of the post there.
Yeah, we all know Orr loves a little backy shot. I'm trying to get your lingo going. I don't know like if that works. But saw it from a mile away. I'm pretty sure the keeper was aware of it as well.
Fantastic defensive work by Blaine. So 2 defenses in a row now. Tridents are stolen the ball, so they have a lot more attacking time. Let's see if Sporting can do the same by stealing, yeah. Playing a very deep drop. So like we said earlier on, Tridents need to start making their presence known from the outside so that we can draw those players out there.
Beautiful, beautiful save there by the man in the number 13 cap. That is Vasco Josh.
Yeah, it was very easy. He looked like he didn't even break a sweat there. Tridents now moving the ball around. Nice blocks from Sporting. Oh, unlucky. Big shot there from Matthew Orr. Had all the time in the world and all the space. And he's very upset with himself that he hit the post there.
And those conversion rates dropping on both sides, but you can bring it down to it being a very close game and a highly intense game. These players have been swimming back and forth. It's been an absolute gala here for both these sides, and the scoreline reflecting that now as well. 7-all at the moment.
Looking for a shot there. Oh!
What a goal! Oh my word, that is David Dobosh, the man from Hungary. What a beautiful stunner of a goal, and catching the Tridents off guard there.
You know I love a lobski. You know I love one.
Lobski, there we go. Had to put in the E somewhere. And it went into the back of the nets. 8-4 the score, and if we go by anything like the previous Chuck, 8-7. I haven't had coffee this morning, do forgive me. 8-7 the score at the moment. If we go by anything like the previous Chucker, it's going to be a crucial goal, that one.
No, completely. They really did need that to turn the tide. Like I said, the previous two defenses. And as I say that, Finn just answers back. Taking the mic with me, I'm so excited. Top right corner there to bring it level again. But yeah, like I said, the Sporting needed that goal just to sort of change the tide. It was really beautifully placed, and Trident's right back at them.
Tristan Finn, the sniper shot from out far. He gets his third on the scorecard, and I believe that is now 66% conversion rate for him, if my maths is right.
Yeah, don't ask me. Working for these outside shots, I think, Sporting. Okay, Ethan now being excluded. Pass goes to him. An easy shot there. It was a 2-on-1 situation for Sporting. They did really well to convert that. As the whistle was going, the pass had gone in. Didn't even give the Tridents time to recover there onto defense.
And that's the number 9, Thomas Gomsch. He gets his third of the game, and it looks like a nice little battle here between Tristan Finn and Thomas Gomsch. Both on a hat trick at the moment, and both sitting with 60% conversion rate. I was close with the maths.
You can see some of the Tridents guys were just really upset about that one. But there's lots of time. Like we said, these games are long. They're playing time. Still 5 minutes left. Oh, good work. Oh, unlucky. Pass just going a little bit wayward. I honestly thought Ethan was going to have a shot there, and I think everyone else did, and they're just popping that ball into Jordan Cole. But pass just going a little bit too far. Easy steal there for Vasco and goals. Sporting up on attack now.
Option, yeah, on the right-hand side. Man working there against Ethan at the moment. Ball coming in, but easy clean up by Finn there. Nicely read. Comes off his man and helps Ethan out there. And he has a counter opportunity option on the left-hand side. Blaine back in the pool. Remember, he's got 2 strikes to his name. 1 more and he's out.
Yeah, Trident sitting with a 4-2 setup here, trying to see what they can get up front. Ethan's going to balk big there. Oh! Love that.
Beautiful goal. He's got 2 for 2 at the moment. I mentioned he hasn't taken a shot since that very first shot of the game. So getting back onto the score sheet. Maybe that's the way to go, is get Ethan involved a little bit more as he gets his second now on the score sheets.
I could almost see it. I could almost see it in his body language. As he took up, he was like, cool, I'm going to go for it. And just opening up under the blocker's arms for that bottom left postie. Let's see what Sporting will do as an answer. Again, Tridents really working nicely on that tight press. Sorry, I lost my words there for a second. And just stupid things. Finn just not playing that ball. A little bit silly. And then getting David to have that easy little lob.
And the Hungarian import there, David Dabosh, the number 8, gets his second. And very, very silly mistake there at the back. You cannot afford things like that in such a close game. And all that momentum was actually sitting with the Tridents, and it all was extinguished with that one little error.
Very unlike him to make an unforced error like that. But it's fine. Let's see what they can do here. Really moving that ball around. Still lots of time. Looking for a drive across. The whole crowd very unimpressed with that decision. Coach Sia getting a yellow card from the referee on the far side. They thought that that Dylan Cole deserved to get the exclusion there on number 3.
Diego Gomes.
Thank you. Good defense there by Tridents. But he'll ask for the ball back. I'm sure he'll try for the shot.
And a great save there by Tyron, making sure that it's still just a 1-goal cushion at the moment for Sporting. With only 3 minutes left on the clock, it is starting to become a nail-biter here. Everyone's sitting on the edge of their seats, and I'm pretty sure you at home are doing the exact same. We've got Matt Bowers here with an opportunity. Shooting lane is open. Well blocked there by Abresh, the number 6 for Sporting. And not a great little pass there by Matt.
No, not at all. I think that Sporting will look to play very controlled now. They are 1 goal up. They don't need to score another one. They just need to make sure that Tridents does not. So let's see what they do. Again, Tridents going for that tight press. Blaine working nicely at the back. Forcing that ball there. Easy steal from Blaine. He's really good at those sneaky wraparounds. Now Tridents up.
Beautiful pass there. Tristan Flynn tries to turn his man. He does so. Gets the kick out. Looking for 1-2 option here. Not happening at the moment. Dill Cole here with ball in hand. What can he do? We know he's got a sniper on him as well. That's the number 8 for Tridents. Tristan Flynn sitting there waiting. Another 20 here. Takes a shot. 2 meter. Sorry, no. Turnover.
Yeah, they had plenty of time. Ball came back to them. It means they have 20 seconds of time. They just needed to relax. I think he just thought that maybe that close corner would have been open. It would have been much better just to hold the ball, because now we have a counter for Sporting on the other side. Let's see, surely they need to finish. And a big save by Tyron. Really looking to keep Tridents in the game again. Sporting really should have finished that. He was wide open in the middle of the goal. It's very unlike him. Like I've said, I've seen him with some topper bins this tournament. So not sure. Maybe he's a bit tired.
We've got Steve Tutt up here. Steve, with 90 seconds left, what are your thoughts at the moment?
Really tight. Looks like Sporting just have the edge. The Tridents Oaks look absolutely out of this. Well, not absolutely out of it, they're absolutely exhausted is what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to watch the action and talk at the same time, yeah. But yeah, they're going to have to find a moment of magic as we head into the last 60 seconds.
And there you have it, the man with all the experience here, Steve Tutt. And another empty possession there for the Tridents, with 1 minute remaining in this game.
Yeah, Sporting doing really well to just hold the ball, take their full time, less than a minute to go now in this fourth checker, 50 seconds. And reversal at the back there. Timeout called by Sia. 46 seconds left on the clock. Tridents down by 1. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if they can equalize in this next attack.
Kia, movement that inspires. They sponsored all the traveling teams with cars, and to make sure that they all arrive on time. That is Kia, movement that inspires. And then Mikasa, our official game ball. And then let's not forget our Gauteng schools water polo. They set up this tournament, a great international tournament here. That is the Gauteng Invitational. And then if you're looking for all the water polo gear, you can head on over to Rebel Water Polo. Change the game. And then, of course, you're currently watching a production by ItsHappening.Africa. Right, back to the action. Let's see what Sia told these soldiers now as they set up for a possible or potential tie-up of this game. Every time I hand the mic over to Nicola McLeod over here, she's eating.
I apologize, I'm trying to get my nutrition in.
And moving the ball here. Got a drive here towards the post by Ethan McLeod. Getting the kick out. And a man-up opportunity here for the Tridents.
Yeah, we got 3 lefties on the right-hand side. Fun fact of this Tridents team, they have 5 lefties in their team. Oh. An unfortunate there from Finn, but a really phenomenal save by Vasco there. Really just reading him there. And Sporting do really well. I think that's going to be the game. 3, 2, 1 second left. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic game of water polo. Really, really tight. I know Tridents is going to be very upset, but they can really pat themselves on the back. That was a phenomenal performance from them.
100% have to agree with you. The Tridents can hold their heads up nice and high. That was a beautifully contested game by these teams as well as the Portugal side. Portugal side obviously with all the experience, this only being the first quarterfinal for the Tridents team. So that experience not there when of course you're coming against a team like Sporting with all that confidence and experience. But great game. And next up we'll have the Sacs versus the under-19 Gauteng side. We'll be catching you in just a little bit.